We talk a lot about the model trains I sell in my stores on this channel, but I thought it would be fun to take a look at my personal collection. Today, I'd like to show you my collection of O-scale engines. I have plenty of rolling stock that we could go through in another video if you would like, but in the meantime, here are all my locomotives in my personal collection. Starting off with my very first engine and set, this Lionel Great Train Robbery set. My grandpa got me this set when I was only 6 months old, and it still runs as good as it did 22 years ago. Little did he know that he was starting a lifelong passion of both real and model trains with this set. My grandpa was incredibly supportive of my hobby, and when he saw my interest grow, he knew my collection had to follow suit. So for my next birthday, he got me my second set, the classic Santa Fe Super Chief. Everyone, at one point or another, needs to own a Super Chief. As I got older, he started buying me engines on their own, since after a few years there wasn't much use for a full starter set. I was probably 5 when he bought me this Rail King Blue Comet. I've been slowly managing to get the passenger cars that go with it ever since I never had them growing up. My grandpa also got me this sharp little Rail King Alaska MP15. My grandpa wasn't the only person in my life who supported my hobby growing up either. When I was probably 11 or 12, I asked for a Berkshire for my birthday. My parents were able to find this one, which they bought from a gentleman in the model train club I was a part of. This particular engine never existed in real life, CP never owned a Berkshire, but as is the case with all the engines seen so far, it's just too nostalgic and sentimental for me to ever part with. This wasn't the only big steam engine my parents got for me either. A few Christmases later, the Queen of Steam herself showed up underneath the Christmas tree. The iconic 611J class, and my personal favorite locomotive. My birthday is June 11th, or 6/11 after all, so it's only fitting that this is my favorite engine. This is the Rail King version. Someday I would love to upgrade to a full-scale version, but I don't see myself ever parting with this one. The next engine in my collection is the last one that my granddad ever purchased for me. And it also seems appropriate that this is the engine that fits the region and era that I chose to collect moving into adulthood. This MTH Premier CSX F40PH. One of the only things about being in the model railroad business that I don't love is the fact that the train lover in me wants to keep just about everything that comes through my stores. So what I did to make it less painful for trains to leave my possession is have a super specific bracket of items I collect, which I usually describe as just big West Virginia, Virginia, and Maryland coal from 1980 to now. Think CSX, NS, Western Maryland, Chessie, etc. And the second rule I set for myself is that the things I keep have to be scale. I don't like the way it looks when 027 and scale items are mixed together, so I decided to give myself a really strict guideline to follow. So with that being said, we are now looking at items from my collection that are from my high school to present sort of collecting era. Things I bought or kept for myself that weren't really gifts from family members at this point. Starting off with this beautiful CSX MTH Premier GP30. I've always really liked GP30s, and I love that CSX still operates them. That unique cab makes them really stand out. I need to get a matching unit at some point to make a complete slug set. Here's probably my favorite engine in my whole collection, an MTH Premier C40-8 in that CSX YN3 paint scheme. I love standard cab -8s and -9s, so buying this one was an easy decision for me. It also has my favorite horn of the whole fleet. Here's something from a CSX predecessor. This is an MTH Premier Western Maryland SD35. Another one that I really enjoy running. The circus scheme has always been so vibrant in my opinion, and I have a matching caboose for this one as well. Here is an engine that came to me well into the business of Cadence's Railyard in a collection that was supposed to all end up in the stores, but I wasn't going to let this one leave my collection. This is a beautiful Lionel Chessie SD40-2. I also have this Chessie GP40 by MTH. It's only a dummy, so it can't run on its own, but it looks great lashed up with the matching SD40 or the SD35 we looked at earlier. Here's another recent purchase, and my most recent engine to date. I picked this up last winter at a shop in Hanover, Pennsylvania, a stunning Norfolk Southern SD70 ACE wearing a fictional Norfolk and Western heritage scheme. Is it prototypical? No. But do I think it's cool? Absolutely. And that wraps up my roster of O-Scale engines, friends. Comment down below which one is your favorite, and be on the lookout for more videos coming very soon. Thanks for watching.